Hi to everyone. Hi to Simulo. Hi to everyone and all who is watching. I would like to thank you for continuing to support our initiative, STEM Lockdown Digital School. My name is Mr. Ben Udiani. I'm going to present to you again a very wonderful lesson, which will be about water cycle. Since we have been together throughout the week, last week we dealt with various topics about three states of matter. That is what we did last week. Yesterday, I did change of state of matter, which was also interesting. We have learned that water can change from one state to another. Now, we now understand that water as a matter can be a solid, can be a liquid. It can also be a gas. That is what we have learned. So today, we are continuing with our interesting lesson. So my objectives for today is that at the end of this lesson, you must be able to describe water cycle. You must be able to describe water cycle. You must also be able to explain what happens when water is changed from one state to another. You must explain what happens to all the water on earth. That is what you must know. Now, let me get to my lesson on the third slide. Now, you'll ask yourself, what is water cycle? That is a big question. Point number one, what you must be aware of is that water is a very important resource in life. It's a very, very important resource in life because we need water. We need water to cook, we need water to clean, to drink, and to grow the food. That is why we need water. So everybody need to use water very sparingly because it is a very precious resource and it's a human need. Without water, there won't be life on earth. Imagine, without water, you will never have animals, also never have human beings in this world. Now, the water follows water cycle. Water on earth follows what you call a water cycle. So in this cycle, water moves from a liquid to a gas. In this cycle, water moves from a liquid to a gas. I'm having something to show here. As you can see, water on earth, it is liquid as a storage. It is liquid. Then water is changed into a gas through evaporation. Then after evaporation, it becomes liquid. It condenses. We call condensation. Condensation. It condenses. After condensation, then it will do what you call precipitation. Precipitation involves rain, hail, snow, fog, or sleet. Those are the types of precipitation, meaning water falling from the atmosphere onto the surface of the air. We call it precipitation. Now, sometimes water freezes while it is falling down. And when it freezes, it will form what you call hail. You know hail? It knocks on the cars, it knocks on the roofs of the houses when rain is falling. Then that is called hail. Hail is the frozen water droplets. So as rain is falling down, there up in the atmosphere, sometimes there is a very cold gas, which is called current. The cold gas is called, sometimes people doing geography call it the cold front, meaning is the cold air moving up in the sky. Then when water is falling as rain from the clouds, then it comes across the very cold air. As it is coming across cold air, then the water changes from liquid into a solid. Then it becomes ice water. Then this is why sometimes it becomes what you call hail. So we need to take care of our water. We need to take care of our water because it is a very vital resource. That is all about water cycle. I repeat again, water cycle is when the water changes from a liquid to a gas and back to a liquid. That is water cycle. That is water cycle. That's what I've said. Now I'm going to ask you the questions. What is water cycle? What is water cycle? From Homa family, also Masemola, from Sbongile, what is water cycle? What is water cycle? Now, lady, what is water cycle? What is water cycle, Lumani? Can you tell me what is water cycle, please?
Water turns into gas.
Thank you. And then?
And
back to a liquid.
yes.
Thank you very much. It's a good answer. It's when water changes from a liquid to a gas state and back to a liquid state. And sometimes it also gets to a solid state as well. That is water cycle. So water cycle is a very important process on Earth because it helps us to do a lot of things. Because we can purify the water using water cycle, meaning water purifies itself. Since you know water in the dam sometimes is very dirty. In the ocean, the water is very salty. Then through this process, that salty water is able to separate from the salt. And the water can evaporate to the atmosphere. Then you can get very nice rain. Water without salt. Then you drink nice water which does not have salt, does not have sand, does not have twigs or leaves falling from the sky. So we call it water cycle. Now, the third question, what do we call frozen water? What do we call frozen water? What do we call frozen water? Asia, what do we call frozen water? What do we call, can anybody come with the answer? What do we call frozen water? Ice, Simulo. Poshia, yes. Ntombizodwa, good. All right, ice, yes. Dylan, yes. Dylan, you are my favorite. You have been with me throughout. Thank you very much. Sibongile Tebazo and Tebazo as well. Good, very good. When water is frozen, we call it ice. That is why the hail falling down is ice water. The fourth one, what do we need? Why do we need to take care of water? Why do we need to take care of this water? Can you tell me why is it important for us to take care of this water? Now tell me why is it important? This is a simple question. I think you'll be, yes, to get healthy. To get healthy, yes, we need to get healthy so that we can live good. Why do we need to take care of this water? So we have to water. Okay, no, we need to take care of this water. Let me tell you the air for drinking, because we need it for drinking, good. We need it for drinking because, okay, because it is healthy, good. Yes, it is healthy, it is healthy. Now, people, remember, on earth, we've got a lot of water. That is a fact. We've got land, but we've got more water. But what you must know, the most important thing is that the water that is potable, meaning the water that you can drink or you can bath with, is 1% out of all the water that we have on earth. I repeat again, we have water in the river, which is dirty. We have water in the ocean, which is salty, you can't drink it. We have water all over in the dams, but you cannot drink that water. We only have 1% of the water that we can use at home, because you cannot just go into the ocean and drink water from the ocean. You'll get sick. Even in Cape Town, you see Cape Town and Durban, they are close to the water. They are close to the sea, close to the very vast water which they can use whatever, for whatever reason. But now, those people living in Durban and in Cape Town, sometimes they don't have water to drink, but they cannot go to the ocean and try to drink water from the ocean. That is why water is very important. Is water is very useful for us to survive on it. So people, let's take care of this water. Now, I've explained the process of a water cycle. I said it starts with what? Water storage. Water on earth, which is the water storage. Then it turns into vapor from the sea, from the ocean, from the river. Then this water will turn into vapor through the process of evaporation. Then up there, you see, sometimes you see white clouds and sometimes you see gray clouds. White clouds do not cause rain. White clouds is only the water which is still a gas. It needs to be condensed in order for it to become rain. So for it to be rain, there must be condensation. It must turn into a liquid. When it turns into a liquid, then it starts to fall down. That is what I have explained to you. So now let me ask you other questions. When water vapor cools high in the sky, it forms clouds. Then what happens next? When water vapor cools high in the sky, it forms clouds. I want to know now what happens next. When water, somebody raise their hands. Asia. Yes, they must say it rains. Yes, that's correct, it rains. When water vapor cools high in the sky, it forms what? Yes, it forms what? Clouds. And what happens next? It rains. Good, Kumo. Good, Simulo. It rains. That is a simple fact. Because when it cools down, that process, we call it condensation. That is the process that happens there up in the sky. Then number two, where does water flow to on Earth? On Earth, we've got a lot of things that carry water. Lot of things. What do you call those things? Those things that collect all the water. Where do this? To the river. Good, Zanele, Mpatlele. Thank you. To the river and dam. Somebody else to the dam, non-Tlantla to the river, yes. To the sea, good. Vast water, Lumani. From the to the sea, to the beaches, yes, where you play, good. You swim, good. Now, there is something that you did not mention. Something that you did not mention. There is something, some water gets underground. Yes, in the swamp, no lutando. In the pond, yes, color rare, good. In the pond, the water also gets into the pond. In the pool, everything is correct. Everything you are right. I'm happy because you know your story. Now, what causes evaporation? What causes evaporation? I want to know what causes evaporation. Can someone tell me what causes? Is the sun? Good. Is the sun? The sun causes evaporation. Good. The sun causes evaporation. Now, the energy from the sun, which is light energy and heat energy. But water needs what? Heat energy. The heat energy from the sun rays makes the water to change from liquid into gas. From liquid into gas. Heat energy, I see a good heat energy, good. Heat energy makes the water to evaporate into the what? The atmosphere. So it's heat energy, good, good heat energy. Number 4, what is the state of water vapor? Can you tell me the state of water vapor? The state of water vapor. What is the state of water vapor? Is gas, good. Is gas, is okay, we want gas, we want scientific reason. Scientific reason, people, is gas, good. Others, oh, Celeste, you are right. Tato and everyone, right, good. Strongilias is gas. We must have a scientific reason. It's very important to use scientific reasoning. Because I want you to think scientifically. Don't think like any other person. You must use scientific facts. I told you about gas, ne? That is scientific. Good, thank you. Now, I'm going to demonstrate to you how does water cycle take place. In front of me, I've got something. It is going to boil water. As it is boiling water, I'm going to take the steel. Yes, yes, good. You see it, good. Here is it. Now the water is boiling. It will boil very soon. As this water is boiling, what is happening inside? Because it is making noise. Why is this water making noise? When you switch on the kettle, the water starts making noise. Why is it making noise? Why is the water making some noise? Okay, I wanted a scientific reason. I don't want boiling. I want scientific reason. Why is the water making noise? Somebody, evaporation, good. Somebody say heating up. You are trying, heating up, boiling, or getting hot. Okay, you know what is happening? I said, the molecules of water start to move very fast. You understand? Molecules of water start moving fast. The molecules start moving very fast inside this kettle. They start to move far apart as well. As they move apart, they form the bubbles. The bubbles is the gas that is have already converted into, is water that is already changed into a gas. Now this water escape from the liquid water. It goes up all the time. That is why it makes noise. Now, after you don't see much noise, you don't hear much noise. Then I'm going to put this computer aside. Now the water is boiling. You see the water is boiling. Water is boiling now. Now I'm going to take the glass. You see the glass? I'm going to put the glass here. Here is my glass. Now I'm going to take that metallic thing. I put the sand inside. Do you see the sand? It's very dirty. Oh, you won't eat this. I put it in. Yes, I put it in, the twigs, everything. You see, it's very dirty. I put them in. Now, I'm going to make my water to drink. I want to drink this water, and this is the river, the ocean with dirty water. I can even put in the salt. Now, look what I'm doing now. This thing I'm holding here will cause what you call condensation. Condensation is going to cause what you call, I want to get water here. I want to get this water here. And I want to drink this water. Yes, some water is dripping. Some water is dripping. Some water is dripping in. Yes, water is dripping in. You see the water is dripping in. Yes. What is happening is that evaporation, then condensation happens here. Condensation. Now, this is my rain. This is my rain dripping. This is my rain dripping. Then I'm going to switch it off. I'm happy now. I have my water. Now it's my water. Did you see I put very dirty things? Now I'm going to drink this water. Now this water is very nice. Let me drink this water. Yes, very simple. So the water does not have this thing. Does not have the scent. There are no twigs. The water is clean now. Why? Is because of what? The process of water cycle. What was happening is that in the kettle, the water was getting hot. The water was getting hot. And as it was getting hot, it is because of the electricity. But the water cycle uses what you call the sun energy. Now the water changed from the liquid phase into a gas. Then water escaped because we did what you call condensation. After condensation, did what you call evaporation on this thing because it is cold. There was condensation here happening because this thing is what? This one is what? Is cold. It's cold. Now, up in the air, there is no lid like this one. Up in the air, there is only cold air. When cold air passes in the clouds, when cold air passes in the clouds, what happens? Condensation starts to happen because it comes across the water vapor, which are the clouds. And those clouds, white clouds, change from white to gray. When you see the gray clouds, you must know that condensation has happened there. And now rain is about to fall. Now I'm going to show you something again about the lightning. You know lightning? Yes. Why there is the lightning? There is the lightning because there is the lightning because the water got charges. The water have got what you call electric charges on it. So I'm just going to show something. If I can pour water on this thing. Look here, I've done something there. Do you see this thing? I'm going to pour the water inside here. I'm going to pour the water inside there. When I pour the water inside there, I'm going to pour this water. Before I pour this water, I do this on my hair. Yes, I'm creating electricity on my hair. I'm creating electricity on my hair. Then I pour this water here on top. You see the water moving down. Now, when I put this, the water goes to the other side. It goes to the other side. Why does it go to the other side? It goes this side. When I put things like this, the water does not go straight any longer. It goes that other side. Why? The thing is that the water have got what you call electric charges. Water have got what you call electric charges. The lightning is caused by the charges in the water. That is why I want to know that the lightning is caused by the clouds. When the clouds have got a lot of positive and the other one have got a lot of negative, and they come together, they make a spark, a very big spark. Then you get very shocked. It's what you call thunder. That is caused by the charges in the water. So it's part of the water cycle because it also happens in the what? In the clouds. That is why I have to show you that demonstration. Now let us go back to our lesson. I was just explaining to you how does the thunder take place and how does water cycle take place. Now I'm going to go back to my objectives. I'm going to go back to my objectives. Can you explain a water cycle, or can somebody describe water cycle in full, in detail, the way a teacher can explain it? Can any one of you explain water cycle or describe water cycle amongst you? I need only one person to show that you understood water cycle. Is there anybody who can explain water cycle? Or somebody says gas? Or is when liquid turns to gas then to liquid? Good. But I want the details. It's not only because this is about water. Remember, it's about water, ne? It's not about liquid, it's about water. Can you explain water cycle? Any one of you can explain it. Okay, it's when water changes to gas from here. You are not finished. It's when water changes from liquid to gas. When the sun takes water to the clouds, no. We don't say the sun takes water. The sun cannot take water. The sun gives us energy. It only gives us the energy. We get the energy from the sun, and the sun brings the heat energy on the surface. Then the water gets energy. Thereafter, the water starts, it starts to evaporate. Warmer family say water makes clouds. Okay. Anybody with the answer? I want the answer to describe water cycle. Heat makes, okay, let me explain. Let me explain again. I explain again. I expect you to explain the way I'm going to explain it. Water cycle is when water in the form of a liquid evaporates, then condenses to form clouds, then form what you call rain and fall to the surface of the earth. And it repeats this process all over again. It keeps on happening. Yes, when water changes into gas, form clouds, then rains, and then falls to the surface of the earth, to the rivers, then changes to a gas again, condenses to form clouds, then fall down as rain, hail, sleet, snow, any of them. Then it comes back to the earth, and it will flow to the rivers, oceans, dams. It will happen again and again and again. It's the process that is all going on and on. There is no end of that process. It will never end. It will only end when there is no water. Because you go somewhere in other planets, maybe in the moon, there is no water. There is no water cycle there. But here on Earth, we've got what you call water cycle, because we are blessed because we've got water. Oh, Laurentia, you are right. Laurentia is right. Yes, everybody, I think now you are all right. Now you understand what is water cycle. Yes. Now let me ask you other questions. Let me ask you more questions. Why do people need water? Why do people need water? Yes, they need to drink to survive. Good. How much percent of water and use do we have on Earth? What is the percent of water? What is the percent of water we are having on Earth that we can drink or we can cook with? 1%, 1%, 1%, only 1%. Thank you. Others, they know 1% water. So we must take care of this water. So in South Africa, we are having Department of Water Affairs. We are having Department of Water Affairs. And this department is all about taking care of the water, taking care of all the rivers, the dams, taking care of the swamps. Then you know that we've got what we call the wetlands, which are very, very important. They also keep our plants and animals there. They've got diversity of plants and animals living in those places. So we must make sure that we don't pollute this water. We keep this water safe. We make sure that the water can be used all and over again. So people, it is very important to save water. As you can see, different people from different municipalities, they are having problems. Sometimes there is no rain. They will tell you a certain dam, there is no water. In Cape Town, there is no water. Durban, there is no water, but they've got a big ocean there. They can go and drink that water. But it is impossible. You cannot drink that water. You need to take it to a process. But this process of water cycle can make this, can revitalize this water for free, just for us. Yes, it can make this water drinkable, potable, so that we can use it at our homes. So I think for today, this lesson can end up here. And I'm very happy to be with you. I'm very happy to be with you. Tomorrow, I'm going to do solid materials. I'm no longer going to repeat water cycle because I believe now you understand water cycle. You see now is this slide that you are looking at is NST term 2, week 2, lesson 3. Tomorrow I'm going to do lesson 4, which is about solids. Please, you can go and revise from your book. You can look at your textbook and get some explanations, maybe somewhere where you don't understand. You can just check what is it that you can catch up, and then you can also maybe go online, because on the slide there is some link which you can use to go online and check as to what you can do in order for you to get further explanations. Since you know that we are still on lockdown, you don't have to go outside. Stay at home and keep safe. I love you all, and then I want to meet you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, keep safe, and then please continue to encourage your friends to be part of us. Join STEM Lockdown Digital School. It's for free. You don't pay anything. You just have to put your data on, then you just get free education. Mahala hala, kia leboha, nyabonga, na kensa, baya danki, Mr. Kate Khalid. You are doing this very